Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of mine, and this is your review for Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 2. We got the win. That's what I was hoping for. It would have been so disappointing, like I said in the preview the other day, it would have been so disappointing if we had lost after 3 months out due to the coronavirus. It would have been very, very disappointing. But we got the win, and that was the most important thing. The result, the scoreline meant no difference to me, just as long as we got the 3 points, which is what we did. Now, the game was, I thought we played, given all the circumstances, given that we haven't played in so long, given that the fitness levels won't be anywhere near the way they were before all this happened, and the fact that there's no fans in the stadium, it's a whole new way of playing football, and the players had to have to get used to it. And with all those things considered, I thought we played very, very well and deserved to win the game. So the team that started the game yesterday was Kepa in goal, Azpilicueta right back, Rudiger, Christensen and Alonso as the defenders. Then in midfield we had Kovacic, Kante and Loftus-Cheek, and then we had Mount, Giroud and Willian, but Mount played alongside Kovacic and Kante as the midfield three, and then Loftus-Cheek operated on the left, which was a bit odd. I would have thought Mount would have played on the left and Loftus-Cheek in the middle three, but anyway, we started the game very well. First half we played really, really, really well without scoring. We had so many chances, we dominated the ball. Aston Villa were just camped in their own 18-yard box, and it was just barrage after barrage of shots and chances and passing around that area, but we just couldn't find the finish. We had chances through. Kovacic had a shot that went wide, some decent balls into the box from the likes of Azpilicueta. Mount played a great ball across the face of goal to Loftus-Cheek, and he was just inches away from getting a touch on it, which would have been a guaranteed goal because it was a tap in. But yeah, it was a very, very good first half performance, and I thought, I was a bit worried. I was like, oh, we're getting so many chances and we're just not putting them away, which has been the story of our season. And then what happens? Aston Villa, as I said, who were camped in their own half for the full half, I think it was a free kick. No, it wasn't a free kick, sorry. The ball was played out to Douglas Luiz, just a simple pass to Douglas Luiz. He hit a first-time cross in. It was a very, very good delivery. And then I think Courtney House, I don't know how you pronounce his second name, he took the original shot, which Kepa saved quite well. He got down very quickly to palm it away, but the defenders weren't there to react on it and clear the danger, and he reacted the quickest to his own shot and kind of tapped it in for 1-0. And I was thinking at the time, is this going to be the same story again? Are we just going to have to watch the same? It's like watching a broken record. It's like we have all the chances in the world, we dominate the ball, and then they get one chance and they score. And that was the score at half time. It was 1-0 to Aston Villa, and I was disappointed and a little bit I was disappointed because we should have been ahead, and I was worried that that would go into the second half. But the second half played out the exact same way as the first half. We dominated the ball, had all the chances again, and then about 15 minutes into the second half, so on the hour mark, we scored and made it 1-0, and the ball in from Azpilicueta was just brilliant. It was just calling out for someone to get on the end of it and put it in, and that's exactly what Christian Pulisic did. Now, Pulisic didn't start the game. He came on, and he was on for about 2 minutes and scored the goal. So as I said, Azpilicueta whipped a brilliant ball into the box, and then it just floated across, and it kind of bounced up just before Pulisic hit it. And I was a bit worried that when it came into him, it might just bounce up before he hits it and it goes over the bar. But he connected with it really well, and it went into the roof of the net, and that was 1-0. And I was thinking, okay, we have half an hour left here. We should win this game. Aston Villa were already sitting back as it was, but now they're going to do so even more now that we have scored. And I was hoping we'd score, but I did not think we would score so soon after our equaliser. Olivier Giroud got the goal, and it was again very, very good football. a lovely bit of interchange between Mount and Giroud, and then Mount played it out to Azpilicueta on the left, and then Azpilicueta pulled it back to the edge of the box for Olivier Giroud, who swiveled and hit the shot on his right foot, and it went in. Now, it did take a bit of a deflection off Conor Hourihane. I don't care. It's a goal. They all count, and it was 2-1 to us, and it was kind of 2-1 is always a dangerous lead. Any kind of one goal margins in games are very, very dangerous, and I was a bit worried that, well, I was kind of saying that we need another goal just to get that 2-goal cushion and to kill the game off, because as long as it's only one goal, they still have a chance. And Aston Villa did have 2 very good chances before the game ended to equalise. Free kick actually from Hourihane, another great ball into the box, and one of their, I can't remember who it was, he headed the ball and it went just over. He really should have scored, from considering how close he was. He really should have been burying that, and thankfully my heart rate went down after that, and my blood pressure, because it was going through the roof when that free kick went in. And then the second chance they had right at the end, my heart rate was like boom, 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 like that the whole game. After we went 2-1 up, because they had another chance, as I said. Jota, it was pretty poor from Christensen. His reading of the game was very poor at that moment. It was a kind of, I think Azpilicueta and one of their players went up for a header. The Aston Villa player won it. It looked all day that Christensen was just going to clear the danger. He kind of let it run, thinking that there was no Aston Villa behind him. Jota was there behind him, and he had a shot, and it was like literally inches away from making it 2-2. He just kind of dragged it a little bit, that went wide, and thankfully it went wide. And then the game saw out and we won 2-1. And it was very, very important that we won that game. As I said in the preview, all the teams around us, bar Wolves, dropped points. United dropped points, Tottenham dropped points, Arsenal dropped points, Sheffield United dropped points twice. They lost against Sheffield United as well yesterday, and also Leicester dropped points. So it was very important that we won the game, and we did. So now we are 5 points ahead of Manchester United in 4th, which is a good cushion to have, considering we're playing Manchester City next. And we're, I think, 7 points ahead of Tottenham, and also not only are we ahead of the teams behind us, we're actually only 3 points behind Leicester now. So 3rd place is still up for grabs if we want it, and I'd like to think we can get it, but top 4 is just the main priority at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick player ratings. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I'm just going to give run through the starting 11 and the substitutes that came on, and yeah, give them a rating out of 10 for how I saw how they played. Swing goal, Kepa. Let's be honest, Kepa had very little to do. When he was called upon for the goal, he made a good save to get down to House's original shot, but then there was nothing he could really do about the follow-up. So I'm going to give him a 7. Didn't really have much to do. Wasn't at fault for the goal, so yeah, I'll give him a 7. Right back, Azpilicueta, I'll give him an 8. I don't think he was great in the first half. I think some of his deliveries into the box were quite poor in the first half, but the second half he was brilliant. The cross for Pulisic's goal was brilliant. Then who else we have? Rudiger and Christensen. I'd give them about a 7 as well. They didn't really have much to do. They were basically acting as 2 holding midfielders. They were so far up the pitch. Christensen was he was very fortunate that Jota missed that shot, because he would have been at fault for letting it run. But I'll give them both a 7. Alonso, 7 as well. He out of the 2 fullbacks, Azpilicueta was much better, but Alonso did get up as much as he could and tried to help out the attacks as much as he could, and didn't really have much to do. Didn't have much defensive duty to do. So I'll give him a 7. Midfield, Kante, I'll give Kante an 8. I thought he was brilliant, considering it's his first game back. He's been injured a lot this season. I think he's only played about half of our games, and considering he had fears about playing due to the virus and everything that comes with that, he played very, very well and looked very composed. He was winning balls in the midfield, get some good passes, getting stuck in. What you want from a central midfield player. So I'm going to give Kante an 8. Kovacic, again, we know what we get with Kovacic this season. Always very good performances, always consistent. I'll give him a 7. Thought he was very, very good, very close to scoring as well with that chance in the first half, just before half time. I'll give him a 7. Who else played? Mason Mount, I'll give a 9. I thought Mason Mount was one of our best players yesterday. He just looked so energetic. He was full of drive, full of energy. I remember the chance that Loftus-Cheek had. He did brilliantly to get past Matt Target, I think it was. He set it up on a play for Loftus-Cheek, who just couldn't reach it. But Mount was brilliant yesterday. I thought he was our best player. So I'll give him a 9. Moving up to the front three, Loftus-Cheek, I'm going to give Loftus-Cheek a 5. He was poor yesterday. But I am going to cut him some slack because he hasn't played a game of football in over a year, and it's his first game back, as I said, in a year. So even without the virus that's happened, and even without the break that these older players had, he was going to be rusty regardless. So I give him a 5, but I'm not going to be too critical of him because he's his first game back after being out injured for so long. Willian, a 6 for Willian. He tried his best. He put in some good balls. He was trying his best. Lacked a little bit of kind of killer instinct and kind of all that. So I'll give Willian a 6. Giroud, I'll give an 8. Very good goal on his weaker side as well. I know it got a deflection, but he still got the shot away, and the turn was very impressive. His hold of play as usual was very good, so I'm going to give Giroud an 8. Substitutes that came on, Reece James came on. I'll give him a standard 5. He only came on in the last couple of minutes. Pulisic, 8. He just, like Mount, brought lots of energy, lots of drive. Got on the end of Azpilicueta's cross, good finish, an 8 for me. I'm trying to remember who else came on. I know Reece James came on, Pulisic came on. I can't think of who else came on. Tammy Abraham came on. Tammy Abraham came on quite late as well. I'll give him a 5 as well, like Reece James. I'm trying to think, did anyone else come on? I'm trying to think, because I know we can make 5 substitutes now, and teams can make 5 substitutes now, but I'm trying to think who actually came on. I think that was it, but yeah, that's my player ratings for the game yesterday. Very very pleased with the performance, and now we can look forward to the game against Manchester City on Thursday. We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to have the preview out for that on I'm going to get that out tomorrow because I'm going to be a bit busy the next few days with work and all that stuff. So I'm going to get the preview for the Manchester City game out tomorrow. And yeah, that's all for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Please drop it a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new around here, or enjoy the content. And I will see you for the Manchester City preview tomorrow. Take care, guys.